Hello, besties. If you are seeing this on Wednesday, October 29th, this is your 24-hour message. So what do you need to know for today? If you would like more details about your specific situation, head over to the link in the description or in my bio, depending on where you're viewing this, and go to my link tree. And from there, you can go to my Shopify. Use the code SPOOKY for 10% off through Halloween, because it is one of my favorite holidays, if not my favorite holiday. I debate between that and Christmas. But let's go ahead and see what comes out. The key aspects of today is we got Mercury sextiling Pluto, which gives you insight to speak your truth, your Inspector Gadget. So things are going to be revealed. Things are coming to light, especially with the World card coming out as well. And this also talks about the Mars trining Saturn right now, which you are taking this aligned action. There is going to be some sort of success, a closing out of a karmic cycle out here. And trusting your intuition is really going to guide you to really lead with a sense of purpose right now, because I think you planted the seeds to some sort of situation, whether this is your career, a relationship, both, but you put in time, energy, and effort, and it's about ready to pay off. But just because you don't see the fruits of your labor immediately doesn't mean that, hey, this is not going to happen for you, or you should shift back to your old ways, habits, mindsets out here, because we have the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So a new romantic proposal, a fresh new start. This is my good dick energy. So yeah, you're finding the passion, whether this is with a person or someone's going to give you an offer, that you are able to follow your dreams, your heart, if it is a career. But for most of you, I really think you're up for the challenge. You see the potential in a person where you want to expand and see where things go. You're going with the flow and following your heart. I think you're willing to put up boundaries this Scorpio season if necessary, but you're trying to be a little delulu. Not 100%, but it's that energy of shifting your mindset to you are the prize. Why wouldn't they be obsessed with you? You have as soon as I say obsessed, it's the fucking devil. But they're worried that you're moving on. A water sign could be concerned, or during the Scorpio season, that could be prominent. But this relationship has been stagnant for so long. And that was because they had to get their shit together. They've been actually putting in the work. I'm kind of impressed. I'm not going to give them 100% credit, but I think they've had to go through this ego death to really see what they were doing and causing a pathway of destruction, whether they realized it or not. I think they almost acted from a selfish place, and they didn't realize how much this was keeping them stuck, stagnant, and insecure. That they have truly not tapped into their full power. I think they're learning to get that confidence and to step into that protector, provider energy. But it is a night and day difference. They have a lot of people around them as well for childhood wounds with daddy issues, where they've repeated the same patterns of behavior. They've been dismissive constantly, and they're seeking outside sources, whether that is sex, power, money, fame, and especially if they're a Cancer. And now it's like, damn, they need to figure this shit out and figure it out quickly, because with the canceled card coming out here, it really does talk about, okay, this is a fuck up moment, but it's time to live and learn. Are you going to apologize? Are you going to take aligned action? Are you going to change and really transform to be a better you? Because by the end of the year, maybe that's why I said Halloween and Christmas. Between Halloween and Christmas is very significant, that they have to get out of this mindset of being the victim. Having the unlikely, the cheater, and the frenemy come out, it's really talking about seeing people's true colors, wolves in sheep clothing, and the people that they thought had their best interests at heart really didn't. And they're starting to realize whether that was coming from jealousy, wanting to keep them stuck, stagnant, insecure, wanting them to just be miserable with them. You know, misery loves company. And now they're realizing that everything works out in their favor. And you're realizing this too, that this is being held back due to divine timing and maybe a little bit of a distance. But the more you pour into yourself and fill up your own cup, spend time with your friends, your loved ones, especially with Mercury retrograde approaching, the more you have these boundaries, the quicker that this is going to come in. And I wouldn't be surprised if Halloween is significant for some of you. If not, it's just embodying that energy. And if my real life friend sees this and you see the 333, don't come for me. But help is on the way. You're aligning mind, body, soul. And you can't take everyone and everything with you. This is a period of growth, or it's a period of people returning because maybe when there was that new moon in Taurus way back in April, I believe, off the top of my head, and now we're coming to a conclusion on the 5th, November 5th, of the full moon in Taurus. 6-month cycles are closing out. So if you're dealing with someone that's born in February, in Aquarius or a Pisces, they're definitely reminiscing, and they need to come forward at this point in time and tell you how they feel in November. I'm telling you, Scorpio season is really bringing out people's true colors. So stay tuned. Keep your head on straight, bestie. I'm telling you that things are going to be a little weird right now. People are going to be trapped in their head. But what is your highest advice? Yeah, people listen to the wrong people around them, potentially a mother figure, an older sister. They were not viewing you as the prize, when in reality, it got them fucked up because they thought that they were the prize. Now they're mentally and emotionally unstable. They had a false soul contract with someone. They believed this Jezebel over the divine or the divine feminine out here. And meanwhile, you're just sitting pretty, you're single, sexy, and successful, and you have unexpected money coming your way. You get paid to exist, bestie. And with that comes a love offer. I don't think it's only from this person. I think it's potentially from another person as well that, hey, they don't have a spell over you anymore. I think initially you would have done anything for them, but you didn't chase them. And they expected you to. And they didn't expect you to not be like everyone else. But in the distant future, there's going to be a surprise to the rich girl. Karma's coming around. You could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, water sign energy once again, or a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. But what goes around comes around. You're having your divine counterpart. This is like the King and Queen of Pentacles. They're taking accountability. We'd love to see it. I love you, besties. Book a private reading with me. Use code SPOOKY for 20% off, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.